strong.
The pass was incredible. That's back-to-back dimes dropped by Wolf.
The lead cut to 1 under the 5-minute mark. First half. Obaseki, they try to trap him on the side. Gets it back to Phelps. Phelps playing the point right now because Wade Taylor's on the bench in foul trouble. And that one's an odd-looking shot, but it goes. Michigan has no problem with the press. And the finger roll's no good, though, by Gale. Back come the Aggies. Phelps on a runner. Got it. A&M has switched guys out of the point several times, be it Phelps or Garcia. Obaseki. Taylor not on the floor right now, and the fadeaway.
Three-point line, got inside there, and then got right to a fade.
It's the first field goal for John Pulakidis.
That's just a young man that knows how to score the basketball. 19 points per game, 45% from the field, and 41 from three. Scoring is his forte.
Zhuric Phelps will try a triple, and got it.
I'll tell you what.
The angle, he twisted that ball screen. And really good patience by Tremont Mark.
Phelps will pull up and bear against Auburn this year, back on the 7th of January. Crossover by Phelps, hangs and hits. Took the contact. Garcia's got it. Got it again. And it's out to Phelps with 10 on the shot clock. Phelps drives, scoops it up and in.
369 career wins, 10 trips to the NCAA tournament, including back in 2013 when he helped lead Marquette to an Elite Eight. Back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances for Texas A&M. First-round exit 2 years ago. Last year, they made it to the second round. That number would be a little bit different if not for 3 missed shots, make it 4 within about 4 feet of the basket in this second half. Phelps working, and he gets all the way to the basket. What a nifty.
Texas A&M that Auburn doesn't come away with.
Give it back to Zhuric Phelps, who's coming off of a 16-point game in that loss on the road to Gainesville. A&M got off to a decent start in that game. The Florida really pounded them in the second half in a 19-point win. Phelps launches for 3 and splashes it home.
I will say what.
He's made 8 out of his last 14 from 3.
Tommy passes the ball, he drives it, he gets fouled, he can defend 1 through 4. Only weighs about 175 pounds. I mean, his tights are loose, but he's still very effective.
Phelps with a contested 2.
Absolutely, and Cam Newton, the Heisman Trophy winner, I believe Janai Broome, good news, back on the floor, will be the basketball version of the Heisman Trophy winner this year.
He suffered a shoulder injury early this game. Sat for a few minutes, but back out there, much to the delight of Auburn fans. Phelps just blasted right through.
Anyway, like
Garcia, and he dumps it off for Taylor. What a look. Roof would have come off, and Wade Taylor knocked that one down. Great hustle and energy. Wade Taylor, the 4th, into Broome to Coleman. Phelps sidestep 3. Buzz is begging for a timeout.
And the NCAA tournament is always the most difficult thing to do, but they got a magical season going, and their hands full right now.
Garcia hammers that one back out to midcourt. Another offensive rebound for A&M. Phelps fouled. A fantastic season, first year A&M after transferring from Minnesota. Out to Phelps. Hefner corrals it. 17th offensive rebound for A&M, most given up by Auburn this season, and an and 1 again for Zhuric.
21-point performance in A&M's loss on Wednesday to Vandy. Chucks up a 3 that's rebounded by Phelps. And Phelps with another touch from the perimeter. He's been cold lately, just 2 for his last 13 from deep. That was coming into the game.
The 3, you get a rebound. Elijah Martin goes in, get a rebound. Then a great job turning down the 3 to get to the floater.
Leaner off the glass and good for Zhuric.
Guys, when they're inside passing, or even when they're out looking for the mismatch, the high-low is beautiful by Florida. Almost a lost art.
16 assists on 22 buckets for the Gators. Phelps got some room on Klobuchar, and now the guards getting it going.
Hoffman in scoring.
That was really good defense and even better offense. Nice tag, and here's that transition break we're talking about.
And misses the second. Here's Wilcher. Phelps thought about it, drives, hangs, scores. One of two. Phelps, drive and score. Here's Phelps.
Florida, I think, was 2 hours and 40 minutes. They're going to beat us by a couple of minutes.
Here's Phelps. Fires the three. Got it.
Two baskets, two dunks for A&M. Loose ball. Garcia gets on the floor. Taylor ahead. Gonna have a third dunk. Alabama's lost 2 in a row.
They've lost 2 in a row, but that game will be in the 90s. I can guarantee you that. Alabama, the only team in the country to be in top 7 in offense the last 2 years.
Phelps cans the pull-up jumper from 15.
The best 10 or so in the country in Meshack and Ziegler. Sakai only 5'9", but he is the consummate pest.
Reigning defensive player of the year in the SEC. 7-0 run by the Vols. Phelps pull up on the right wing, and in terms of pace and style that we expected. Coming in, Akbar has it knocked away. Another forced turnover by A&M's defense.
Buzz has got Wilcher in the game, and he's as much of a sniper as Lanier has shown us in the first half. Watch his passing now. Watch his eyes. He's looking for the open man. Yep.
The three from Phelps. He finally nails one. He's a triple. Largest lead of the game for Tennessee at 6 points.
Buzz want a timeout, or they're going to play on? I think he was thinking about it.
Phelps penetrating, falling away. That's a tough shot.
Big
over
shot.
He's got 18 points now. Now check that 13. Lanier's got 28, just 6 in the second half. 5-point lead for Tennessee. Phelps drives, finishes with the left hand. And
big shot by Hubbard there. Teams love to run him off the three-point line. He's got to be good from 2 to be a complete offensive player.
This lineup 5-0 for Texas A&M. Taylor, Phelps, Obasity, Coleman, and Payne. Here's Phelps. Tough shot over the outstretched arm of
toe, it looked like, when he went into the lane there. And just, I don't know if he pumped the brakes too hard and jammed his toe or what.
Boy, again, 15 points. Murphy at the elbow, in and out. Phelps, reverse layup. Boy, nice move through traffic.
Oh, my goodness.
And a takeaway and an easy 2 points from Zhuric. Matthews, one on the shot clock, just gets it off. Rebound Garcia.
Well, I thought they missed Hubbard at the end of that play at the top of the key. That's the exit action.
And a foul as Phelps went flying down.
Taylor, nobody stops him. And Garcia comes crashing down the lane. Another opportunity for the Aggies. They have won 5 games this year when outshot by their opponents. It doesn't make much sense, but
I think gave them a little bit of confidence.
Knox went baseline, had it stolen away by Taylor. Back-to-back takeaways by Taylor. Step back 3. Zhuric, Phelps, back-to-back buckets for A&M. Oh, he wasn't looking. Thero is looking at the bench. John Calipari stomping down and jam on the other end. Richmond using the screen, and then he turns it over. Here's Zhuric, Phelps ahead of the pack. Two-hand jam.
Montgomery Blue Kane, he fires for three. That's no good. Everything that was going well for Georgia in the first half, not in the second. Phelps won't go. Free throws. Taken away by Phelps in the open floor, and he flushes it. Wow. Now, because they didn't in the first half. What a tale of two halves. And this crowd is loving it. Confidence high for A&M. Wow. Phelps with some nifty ball movement, and he will step back and knock home a three. Championships.
A good, strong body, good shooter.
Drezgic. See, me to roll the R's. Wade Taylor just taking this clock down. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Carter spins into a double team. Back to Phelps. 4 on the shot clock. Gets it off and gets it to go down.
Shoot the third most in SEC. Perkins has it stolen by Phelps. Zhuric Phelps on Ant Robinson. Up and in. Switching defenses. That's not always able to do. Great communication by their defense. In and out for Perkins. The lid remains firmly on this side of the arena. And it's been all jump shots outside of the lane, nothing in the paint. Phelps, bull. Talk trash to my teammates to get them ready. Kansas City kid. Phelps, left-handed delivery in traffic. Shoot it, go get it, stick it back in. Obaseki in traffic, force one up. Coleman taps it back out to Carter. That's winning basketball. Here's Phelps. For three! And a foul. Oh, on the other end. Good action, another little slip. Get it to Mitchell on the block. Mark Mitchell in double figures with 10. He had 4 Wednesday night at Tennessee. Was held in check. And the Duke transfer coming back home to the Show Me State. Paying dividends, as is Zhuric Phelps. Their average, of course, they make 10 plus in conference play.
Wade Taylor on the floor with 4 fouls. Zhuric Phelps has 3. Aggies just 1 for their last 7. There goes Phelps. Boy, in the air for a moment. That
all of South Carolina's field goals coming from behind the three-point arc. And Davis off the mark, and a rebound corralled by Phelps with a crossover the other way. High off the glass, and it's 25-9.
Prompt that you're going to say it. I am Ron Burgundy.
I paid more attention in math, I guess, than I did in typing. Obaseki kicks it out. Zhuric Phelps. 3! That's the second make. Inside, Godwin left it short. Couldn't quite get it over the back flange of the rim. Now Zhuric Phelps pushing the issue. Left hand off the glass.
Elementary, just getting the basketball inbounds. He can run now. Phelps can run the baseline.
Wow, 21 points now for Bryson Goodine. A&M able to break the pressure. Wade Taylor takes time to adjust the sweatband while he's dribbling.
Now here's the value of having two good ball handling guards that can get to the rim and right on cue.
Just go reverse lane.
Johnson with the ball fake. He did not have a good shooting game against A&M at Reed Arena, and he's hoping to bounce back from that. He was just 2 for 13, including 0 for 5 from deep. Here's Phelps, second in the SEC in scoring in conference games behind Mark Sears of Bama. And Phelps trying to drive on Coleman. Finds Onyema.
They made the right cuts against the A&M defense. I just think Johnson had the mid-range at the free throw line. He passed up and made a more difficult possession than it needed to be.
By the way, they're teasing talking about Janai tonight, the big game with Auburn and Tennessee, and Bruce Pearl said on game day, we might see Janai Broome. He said he looked around the building. He said, I have a feeling with you guys here and with this crowd here that he's going to be on the floor tonight. Wouldn't that be something? Here's Coleman to Phelps. Shot clock late. Cash money.
Get physical. These are some good offensive guards, but defensively they must be better.
Little floater good.
Over the past few games, says, man, that's the toughest look I've had in SEC play. 20 of 24.
Beautiful move.
As soon as you break it, you must attack.
Phelps with the spin, hangs, hits. What a move. He was. Morrell straight ahead. Phelps got it.
6'9", 250. Malik Dia able to keep his stance and get an on-balance shot.
Phelps, fade away. Zhuric. Oh, they turn it over. Down 4:33 to play. Phelps on the run. Block, and they'll say goaltending again. Offense for defense switch. Shot clock is off. Here's Zhuric. Phelps been playing under the weather tonight. Phelps getting downhill. Kisses it off the window and in.
You get some second shots and get some kind of penetration.
Taylor, the tenacious D, into the hands of Washington. Open three for Zhuric. Phelps, yes! Successfully getting LSU on the board. Man, Collins was awesome in the win against Arkansas. Had that electric dunk that sparked a 14-zip run to give the Tigers the lead, and a block to seal it. Won't have a chance there. Says Damian Collins. That's how Collins ended the win against Arkansas. Transition three, no. Well, Phelps is not lacking when it comes to aggressiveness, nor is Taylor. They all take on. It can happen quick. Joe, he plays in such control, does Cam Carter.
He's got a lot of energy. 24%. Might want to keep that one and try to drive it to the hole.
Zhuric Phelps, 9 points, make it 11 off the drive.
You play against the Aggies.
Coleman is an interesting study when you watch film of Texas A&M. There's not one thing that jumps out on the film, but then you watch and over and over and over, he's just making winning plays like that. Phelps with the touch.
He's wary.
A lot of body collisions. That time Kentucky comes up with a loose ball, and the reload three by Robinson was money.
Phenomenal block by Washington as A&M gets set to bring in 4 substitutions. A&M has scored their points. They've got 3 threes already. Garcia fires another one. That's not a good shot. And there is one of those loose ball pickups on the offensive end, just their second one. In the meantime, Kentucky 1 of 8 from three-point land to start this game. Phelps pull up, finds the bottom. Zhuric.
Yeah, well, in round circles as well.
1-point ball game. Phelps reverse.
Nice.
Pretty play as he beat Butler on the scrum on the floor. Washington will say, I'll take it, and not make it. Deflected back to him. Phelps will fire. Oh, man, Jimmy, that's it.
Mark Byington's done a great job with Vanderbilt in his first year.
Yeah, Robinson just went for a layup. He had it blocked. And a chance to cut into this lead, which sits at 9. Phelps gets it to go. And now he's over 20. Great cut, great pass by Butler on a set play. It's a high-flying Kentucky team that also can shoot from the outside. Phelps knocks one in over a...
Well, Kentucky's going to have an upset Alabama team coming in here.
Did she say you're cold food?
Well, good win for Kentucky. They got put in a game, but there was nothing pretty about it.
Aggies coming off a terrific victory against Oklahoma on the road and a quick strike inside.
The range at the point for the Crimson Tide.
Sears on the run out. Youngblood straight on. Got a good look. That won't fall for him. Aggies with the rebound. Got a chance for a quick strike. Washington for Phelps. Off the fake. He'll drive it. And one. He'll be off to the line.
On the floor when you consider Holloway as well as Philon and Sears is better ball handling.
Boy, Phelps loves that move. Banks it in. Count that. And he'll be headed to the rebound tip. They'll get a second effort. They're doing a really good job on the offensive glass. Sears straight on. That clangs away. Phelps to push it. Off that window again. It's been his best friend.
The crowd as he goes to the basket once again, not concerned about the shot clock.
Phelps again, that lovely angle that he looked. Nelson with a nice dish. Can't convert it though. Reed with a miss in tight. 6.5 left. Still plenty of time here for the Aggies. On the drive, Phelps. Yes, 2 more for him. And they'll come back to life offensively.
And an opportunity to get this within single digits.
Straight on. It's Phelps to drain it. And every time the Aggies have made a little bit of a run, the Tide has answered. Swished in by Phelps. 3-point distance.
I'm normally yelling 2 for $1. This time it's 3 for $1. And it ends up being 3 by Mark Sears, who once again shushes the crowd. 28 points.
Phelps inhibited.
You're thinking about career high for Goodine. You got to go back to his days at Fairfield. He had 40 points in a game at Siena where he hit 8 threes. So we know he can ignite. Great take that time by Zhuric. Goodine, that's the second one pop out.
I do think A&M is a little better with Phelps running the point because he's more offensive minded.
Phelps, teardrop, gets it to go right on cue. Skip pass stolen. Obaseki, right place, right time.
Now this will help A&M get back in the game in a hurry, turning the ball over.
In traffic, beautiful shot.
Certainly not set.
Now, a great run is going to start with some stops. A&M starting to get a couple here. Can they continue the momentum on offense? Oh. Yes, they can. Phelps again. It leads to the deuce. Well, out of control that time, Fears was. Hefner into the hands of Phelps. That's a 3.
Watch out.
Makes it a Bryson Goodine ties a career high with 8 threes, 29 points, and then the Aggies respond on the
I have ever seen.
9 for 11 from downtown, 32 for Goodine. 3 to silence the crowd.
And yet here is A&M hanging around.
Great look by Hefner. Offensive rebound. Nobody does it better in America. Phelps.
Now he might be getting
14 to this point. The Phelps Goodine Show here in Norman, Oklahoma with the professor, Mark Wise. I'm Mike Morgan. First ever SEC conference game here in Norman, Oklahoma. Oh! Phelps right between the tonight. And another turnover. Quick hands. Here comes who else? Phelps leading the way. Phelps all the way. Tacks on to his career high. Left it short. 1-point game. Shot clock is off in Norman. Buzz elects not to go timeout. Phelps for 3. Got it.
Freshman Trey Johnson gives it up. Extra pass into the corner for 3, and that's an air ball from deep in the corner from Arthur Kaluma, who had been red hot. He'd made 5 of 9 from deep. So Zhuric Phelps will handle the point guard duties, and they move Wade Taylor, the 4th off ball. Phelps takes it all the way to the rack. And contested baseline floater. Rebounded by Zhuric. He is off to the races. Zhuric, Phelps in. And it goes! They're going to give him the bucket. And Buzz Williams said it wasn't just the first game. It was the first action at all. He had never missed a practice. Finger roll from Zhuric. Phelps. He's got it. Extends the lead to 7. And a steal by Phelps. 2-hand slam. It's a 9-point Aggie.
CC. Rodney Terry did say, hey, I think the physicality is very similar to the Big 12, so they're prepared for that. And that's where I do think the experience of coming from the Big 12 to SEC can help.
Zhuric Phelps is into it's just an advanced level of thinking. Taylor throws it up, thought he had gotten fouled. Not going to give him that one. The loose ball ends up with Phelps. Another 50.
Madden outside Williams relocating, missing the 3.
And the rebound. Carter has it in the lane for Texas A&M. What are both teams trying to accomplish here in the final 2 and change?
Well, if you're Texas A&M, you want to still be efficient. You don't want to get sloppy because in the half is typically when teams like to make their run. And if you're ACU, you want to do just.
That is the 9th Texas A&M steal on the defensive end of the floor. Phelps all alone, cans the 3. Here's this upcoming schedule for the Aggies. They've got Texas in a week and then at Oklahoma. They've got Alabama coming up, Kentucky. This is the final tune-up before SEC play. Phelps all alone. That is his second 3 where he has been wide open. That gives him 4 for the game. Madden, Phelps with the steal. Phelps stop and start. Nice move. Williams coasting. Open look for Rivera. Off the heel, and Phelps with the rebound. The rebounding now 36-19 in favor of Texas A&M. That's a big part of ACU's game. They're 8-0 this year when they out-rebound their opponent, but they haven't won when the script is flipped.
One of the sets of brothers on this team. Strip. Phelps. The other way for the Aggies. In the wake of Solomon Washington. A stop and go. On the left side, lays it in. Good probing by Chance 3. Too strong. Karam to Brooks. Spins in the paint. Lost it going up. And it's taken away by Solo. He's got Phelps on his right in the front court. Phelps, left-handed dribble. Splits 2 and lays it in. I noticed he grew 2 inches in the offseason. Mackey runs right into Solo, who takes it away. Zhuric the other way. Phelps down the left lane line. Off balance, count it!
Like that's cagey. When anybody else says it's an embellishment.
Coleman goes to work left side of the floor, out to Phelps. He fakes the 3. Drives, left elbow, stops. Got a defender in the air, gives back to Lee. Shot clock now at 7. 5:15 to play, first half, 28-15 A&M. Phelps, top of the arc, goes to work. Down the right lane line, all the way to the hoop, lay it up and in. Zhuric Phelps.
But he comes down within one arm. We've seen him do that.
Reynolds steal in the wing. McDermott running with Phelps. Lay it in, Zoo.
That early rotation on the baseline to take the charge.
3 turnovers already for Texas A&M.
Got paint on the floor, little low post guy, blocks, rebounds. Another one of the transfers.
Solomon Washington can take them. Surprised he passed that one up.
This is Taylor holding on him. Phelps got it.
I like that.
With 6 points apiece.
You love guys like that. They won't let their team lose. They're on the floor now. Offensive rebound, and he rolls pretty well. It's a different look on that offensive end for Purdue.
Obasiki's still in there. Zhuric Phelps back in as well. This is Phelps for 3. Knocks it in.
The great ones get those bounces. Braden Smith's going to have to take those shots there because they are not giving up anything inside.
The double stagger, he's got to be careful. They're going to work him.
Phelps, that's sweet, falling away.
But how about, I'm going to say onions early for Smith. He is such a tough kid.
They got a trap here.
Aggies in this one, led by Pharrell Payne with his 16 points.
See, I like to get into a rhythm though, Jay. Sometimes you get stuck unless you have a guy like this.
Blows by and gets the left hand.
Mercury Insurance game track.
That's what you want to see right there. Good pass by Hawkins. But you want to see McMillan be
in 11, but he's missed his 2nd straight game with a lower leg injury. Pickpocket. Phelps finishes. Left alone. Hawkins can't make him pay. Hawkins only 5 for 13 from 3-point range this year.
Hasn't done a great job shooting the basketball, but he's extremely confident.
And
clogging the gaps. A&M so active with this unit on the floor.
A&M looking for their 4th straight win, all against major conference foes. They took care of Creighton, Rutgers, and Wake Forest. This is their toughest test to date. Phelps, top two.
I love that Manny Obaseki is going to find a way to get to his left hand.
Phelps elevates. Here comes Phelps and the Aggies. Under 10 minutes until the half. And nearly stolen by Hildreth. Phelps, Hezzy, spin, scoring.
He's up short there. 2 trips, 2 offensive rebounds. Phelps got another and finishes the first forward. And oh, how about the handle? Erased at the rim. What a block by A&M. Phelps with some English. Coast to coast for the Aggies.
And that message to the team. He said, we're right there. We haven't played good basketball yet, and we're right there. We have to stay patient and play within ourselves.
Ooh, you heard the word there, zone. As Phelps drives, gets to the rack on the first.
Especially when you're 7 foot and you have your point guard back in Ashworth.
Phelps with a full head of steam. Belongs to the Blue Jays. Phelps trying to steal some of it back, and he does.
Right.
Phelps on the move, zips it to the opposite corner. Washington flat on the 3. Tip rebound to Phelps.
And that's what you're going to see a lot of. Aggies are going to get 1, 2, 3. So his grandma used to say it as a joke. His favorite character was Bam Bam, and now he's known as Bam. And also loves photography, and we could get into that later, too. So they call him Bam with the cam. Fun fact.
And then on the farm at Stanford. Jace Carter now in the game for A&M. He's in that far side corner playing with Phelps in the backcourt. Phelps down the lane. Biddle couldn't get there.
Threw on a good catch and shoot 3.
Let's see if Garcia has the answer. Phelps resets with Taylor. Off the jab step. He nailed it.
And again, Oregon Ducks taking time off the clock, taking flow. With this zone, you get the ball out of your playmaker's hands.
Phelps. No goaltender. There it is. For 2.
We call that feet work right there. Brandon Angel showing off his nice footwork.
Phelps thought about the step back. Carter from the corner. Rising for 3. Zoo Phelps.
29, just 21%. That's from the floor.
The stat that sticks out to me right now is the Aggies have 17 offensive rebounds and 17 points. So creating a lot of second chances, but not converting those.
Well, Phelps, a jumper, and he got that. Well, that's the guy you can't leave open, Jordan Johnson. Back out to a 13-point lead as Phelps drives, floats, got it.
Good job rotating. Here's Phelps again.
That's an errant shot, but the putback. Taylor, 4 3-pointers on the night. Johnson, he's been hot. He nearly dropped another one in, even though it was contested. A&M on the offensive now. Could get within 1 or tie it. Zhuric, Phelps spinning off the glass.
Oh, I think he led the SEC in offensive rebounding, or in rebounding. Here's Phelps with the breakaway, doing what he does, getting in the passing lane.
And it's Texas Aggie basketball.
A&M, the road game at Texas. They'll play them twice in league play. At home on January 4th, and then in Austin on January 25th, 3 weeks later.
That's a quick turnaround.
If I'm the schedule maker, I put an A&M Texas game somewhere in late February or April. A little later in the week.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely a crazy game. Anderson Garcia with the 3 to put it into overtime. And U of H, look, we played them, and the Aggies played them in a preseason exhibition rather, and they reloaded, right? They have a lot of returners. They lost a couple key guys, but they're still very talented. So we'll see what Las Vegas has in store for the Aggies, but it'll be a really good litmus test to see how good the Aggies are.
There's Zhuric. Phelps getting to the basket.
Here, 73-66. Ohio State trying to return the favor this year as Bradshaw trying a little jump hook shot.
Yeah, we talked about him getting on the post. He's not that traditional back to the basket guy. However, at 7 foot, getting him a paint touch early on.
There's a three knocked down, and they
basketball very well. Play a moving ball movement. A&M forces you to play a lot of one-on-one.
Great tap out that time by Coleman. They just stole another possession. Phelps might have gotten away with a little push. Bradshaw tickles the twine for the three-point play, and Ohio State is lurking. Still plenty of time in this game. 10.5 minutes.
Full court man-to-man. Let's see if they can disrupt the half-court offense like they did in the last possession.
Phelps. That's too easy right there, Pat.
2 of 3 for Marmolejos. Outside to Zhuric. Phelps. Block shot points. I mean, he's in double digits. He's 10 points. Steal by the Aggies, and Phelps. A&M. Marmolejos, couple of passes, and Bulich has it back. One-on-one here, going all the way to the basket. Zhuric, Phelps. On Phelps.
Shocking. Anderson Garcia following up.
Oh, what a steal and a dunk.
And they're giving up some offensive rebounds. This group for Lamar is making a little mini run. Again, it's a 30, almost a 30-point lead, but still, they're right with they're trading baskets with the Aggies right now.
Well, the Aggies don't have a made basket in almost 3.5 minutes.
Buzz heard you because he's going to Wade Taylor the fourth right now.
The basket maker. Well, that'll end the drought. For Buzz Williams and the Texas A&M Aggies. Wade Taylor, that's a front iron on a three-point shot. The Aggies were trying to stay hot from long range. And Zhuric
to be cutting to the basket. Nice recovery.
Quickly up the floor, Phelps. And he got that to drop. C.J. Wilcher, he can fire him up. He's a three-point shooter. The Nebraska transfer missed there, though. And they go back outside to Zhuric Phelps after getting that offensive rebound. Phelps lofted off the glass with a shot clock. Got that off barely. Three-point shot with just 1 on the clock. Phelps all the way to the glass.
Fortunately, he never got set. Manny ran right into him, called the block. Phelps a little out of control, and you can see Buzz just go. But, he's brought so many positives, sort of like Wade Taylor has the green light. Maybe not always the greatest decision.
As it ran down, DeMarco Bethea got one in after a nice pass.
It's the beauty of not panicking when that shot clock's going down.
Nice dribble there by Phelps to get it across midcourt. He's going all the way. Nice little. Jace Carter, 3-ball, nope. Zhuric Phelps has it. He's got another 2.
Not allowing me to come in, get that rebound and those points.
Steal by the Aggies.
This could be a show here.
Off and running. Phelps got that to go. Whoa.